All right, everyone. Welcome back to Hoop to Holler with Dylan Walrus, aka the B-Ball Study Hall. What's going on, Dylan? What's going on, little man? How are we doing out there in the Great Plains on this beautiful Monday?
Yeah, we're talking full moon. Full moon. Wally had a crazy class today, but he's got his Monday T-shirt repping. Ribs is doing well. Excited to talk a little All-Star action, maybe a little LeBron check-in, and shoot it from there, dude. And he was
Absolutely,
on
man.
time. Walrus was on time. The blubber came to the beach as the dinner bell rang and his tusks were ready to roll. Let's get into it, man. I'm just impressed with your timeliness, Walrus.
I appreciate it. I try.
You succeeded. You succeed occasionally, dude.
Thank you. Thank you
And this
very
is coming
much.
off of our fellowship pod. We should give a shout out there.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good
How
time.
awesome was that? Yeah.
Eight
So
of
for the
eight.
uninitiated, there's
Yeah.
a group of 8 of us, Dylan, myself, our good friend Marty Grow Bob down in New Orleans, our good guy,
Who
Mid.
sidebar MGB got I sent it to my cousin and my brother-in-law our group chat and told him, hey, listen for feedback. And this guy is a Saints fan and he's also jumping on the Arizona bandwagon, but he said MGB's the GOAT. So
Oh,
there you go. There you
awesome.
go,
He
Marty
is,
Grubbob.
man. He
And
is,
he might
man. Then
jump
we
on
got a
K9's pod as well. I gave a little shout out there to
Is that
that group.
right? Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got that going at 4 o'clock, right?
Yep.
Speaking of K9, yeah. So our guy K9 down in Florida, Vero Beach, and our guy Midweek Mitch out in New
Yep.
Jersey, and our guy DJ Don Jennifer in Northeast Ohio, and then we got
Good
my 2
insight from
local
DJ.
guy down here. Oh yeah,
Yep.
what sharp guy.
And Coco as well.
No
Coco's got a good
surprise there.
voice. Coco's got a good voice, and
Yeah,
Los Man VP is like he's the OG knowledge that can span it all, and just I think the coolest cucumber of all of us. But you did a pretty good Mitch impersonation too. While we're on that, you had a good little
How you doing, man? Yeah, I
yeah.
mean, my family's from New York. I mean, please, like this is what we do.
Pinstripe pride coming through. It was good.
That's right. But yeah, the 8 of us, man, the fellowship of the radio, now the
That's fun.
fellowship of the pod, man. It's awesome.
And
Very,
Wally, I
very
was
cool.
impressed. You kept it moving. You did a good job of bringing humor and energy and movement along. As he's at a birthday party, this guy's multitasking. He's at a birthday party doing it.
Yeah, trying to wrangle my 5-year-old, make sure she doesn't freaking fall and smash her face up.
Get off the roof,
brother.
Man. Yeah.
But anyways, getting back to this particular program.
Yeah, let's talk some hoops.
Yeah, let's go ahead and just quickly do a little LeBron speculation. So, as the Lakers fan, of course, that scene in Cleveland was pretty was really giving me some retirement vibes. It really was. I don't think he's going to retire at the end of the season, but man, he definitely was looking and talking like he's got that kind of lurking in the back of his mind. And
I do MSG last night too, saying this, maybe it's my last. Yeah. So he's playing that card. Yeah.
Right.
What do you think? You do what? Sorry.
I don't think he's going to retire. I think he's going to play one more year because he's been playing so well. I do think, though, he probably is done playing with the Lakers after this season. And I honestly
you've been on that. You've been on that
going all the way back to the summer.
Yeah, I think we agreed there.
I mean, they kind of have made it clear to him. I'm just saying, like they've made it clear to him the time has ended where we are going to fully invest our dollars in you.
He could take a low pay
that's
thing.
We'll see. I'd be surprised. But who knows? Maybe. I mean, there are pluses and minuses to him either, staying in LA where, he's based now, his family's here, his son's down in Arizona.
His son's on the team. Yes.
Bryce. Well, no, I'm not even talking about, of course, Bronny. Bryce down in at MGB's alma mater, Arizona. And obviously Cleveland, finishing where it all began. We'll see. It's going to be interesting because I really think it's going to come down to how much money is any given team willing to spend on what will then be a 42-year-old. I mean, as great as he is still playing.
Yeah.
It's like
all-star. He's an all-star, Wally. We'll talk
he
about
is an all-star. Yes, indeed he is. So what do you think, man? I think he plays at least one more year.
Yeah, I agree. I think there is Windhorst said it, who's always had a pretty close beat as Windy, literally built his career
high school
with Braun. Correct. He said perhaps he's kind of realizing the end in real time, and that's kind of what it is.
Right.
LeBron, we can give him all the accolades, and definitely there's all the respect in the world from on the court, and maybe what he's done, having the world staring at him since age 14 on, and the torch he's carried. It hasn't been perfect, but it's been pretty dang close to I think a good role model and who you'd want. But he also has this ego part, right, where he's always talking about himself in the third person or putting pressure on the front office with kind of weird media things. And I guess at the end of the day, like let the dude do it as he wants. All the respect with the longevity. I mean, that was the word I think we both used, longevity, for this career of, is it 22
Yeah.
All Stars now or 21 All NBAs? But
22 as of
yeah,
this one.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's hard to even start doing the math there and whether his body gives out on him or lets him keep going. Last night he's got a dunk above the rim, but they're
Incredible.
getting beat by what, 20 plus points because they can't defend. And so, like it is what it is with him. I guess as a fan, unbiased fan, with no dog in the fight, I kind of hope we get a known year that this is his last year, so he can get the corny
I agree.
celebration and get the chair at half court or the broom or the cane or whatever
And
crap they
also
want to
for the
give him.
fans too.
Correct. Yeah. To
Because
say like
like
this is
as
last.
much
Yeah.
hate as the
Yep.
guy gets, he's
Yep.
got a ton of fans out there. And
Yeah.
I'm sure there are people out there that
And
would be willing to
what?
spend the money to get a ticket if they know this is the last time
Correct.
this guy's in town.
I agree. And I would ask you, like, what is the hate? What's the justification of hate for LeBron? I'm honestly asking, like, why do people hate? Is there hate out there, or is there a little bit of like,
Oh, there is. There
what
is.
is
I
the
mean,
hate?
like
Is
hate
it
to the
just
point where like you want him to like be exiled, or something like that. No, but no, people hate on the guy.
for
First
what?
off, part of it I think is his personality.
I
He
mean,
does
he's got an
have,
ego. He's I mean, like, who in that position might not?
yeah,
Humility and being the greatest basketball player. I mean, arguably the greatest sports person on this planet for 2 decades. I don't know. Maybe Steph does it differently. I mean, there are guys that do it differently, I
Steph
guess, but
absolutely does it
sure.
differently. He
But he's not LeBron.
absolutely
But
does.
he wasn't being stared at 14 to be the
Correct.
king, the chosen one. I mean,
That
there
is correct.
and
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 he,
and Steph grew up in a family with an NBA dad, and
yes,
LeBron's from a single parent mom. Like, I mean,
correct.
there's a lot. Yeah,
Oh, I admire LeBron
yeah,
a lot. I don't think he's perfect. No one is.
correct.
I could do with less passive aggressiveness. I could
Yeah,
do less with
kind of
less
worked.
snark.
It's kind
You
of worked.
know, I mean, yeah, it
I
definitely
mean,
has from a practical and
yeah,
material standpoint. But yeah, no, I think I think he rubs people wrong in terms of the way that he sometimes expresses himself. I think it's an interesting thought experiment about the decision, right? When he went to
yeah. I
Miami,
mean,
what
yeah,
if he
he's pretty.
doesn't
Yeah,
do that?
yeah,
I think, I
and
mean, it's,
even that. I mean, hindsight 20. What did he do? He had a TV show and said where he wanted to go play, and we all freaked out. Like,
and
I don't know. Like,
he
I mean,
raised like $1 million for the Boys and Girls Club. Like,
I mean,
you know,
and we're like, at the end of the day, what is the power that we have? We're either fans and we pay money for this product and we gasp and we Twitter about it, we do all the crap about it, or we don't. And we all did, right? And we continue to. So like, I mean, I I can't really fault the guy. I think at the end of the day, Wally, what I hope for him, I hope he does take less money and he gets himself to a situation where he's impacting winning in some way. If he stays with La La Land and he takes
sure,
less money and he,
I
does he come
agree.
off the bench? Does he start? I mean, those are kind of interesting nuance. And obviously, the other elephant in the room, I think, is Cleveland, right? Does he go back to Cleveland,
Yeah,
finish it where it starts? There's probably some kind of like movie scenario that's kind of sweet there. But
I'd
do
be
you play?
surprised if
Do you
it's not
play?
staying or Cleveland.
Correct.
I
Yeah.
would
And
be.
do you play basketball away from your family for a season? And maybe you do if it's just 1 year. And he actually could legitimately help the Cavs potentially. He could legitimately
Sure.
help the Lakers if his contract isn't on the books,
Right.
eating up 30% of the salary.
Right.
But I think perhaps the reality is maybe that he's coming to realization that this is not his last year, but maybe next is, and maybe he needs to put out there that like, this is going to be it. This is going to be my
Yeah.
last season next season. And I want to be a productive player, which he has been. He can't
Yeah.
defend consistently. He can do it in moments. But yeah, like we're all good. It's going to be a worse league when he's not in it. I mean,
He's going to be a
period.
classic example of you don't know what you have until you lose it. I agree. And Rui Hachimura was saying that in the post game press conference he had yesterday. Yeah, but why people hate on the guy? People hate on it's like
I guess
so
greatness just gets hate. I mean, like
yeah, heavy
I
lies
would
the
also say,
crown.
yeah, I would also
Heavy
say
lies
like,
the head that wears the crown. Pun intended.
yeah, and I also don't think like he's got that much hate. Like, he's had a great career. He's pretty well respected. I think he's respected amongst his peers.
Mm-hmm.
He's well spoken. He's been a good teammate. Like, if we put LeBron, we could do the nutshell conversation later. But I will say this dude has chosen to involve his teammates above himself most of the time. And at the end of the day, I'm not going to hate that kind of basketball
To a
style.
fault.
Yeah,
People would
maybe.
say.
I mean, he also will
Early in
toot
his
his own
career.
horn while he says, like, "Oh, I didn't get the record because I made the great assist." And I think, yes, he is a smart basketball player, but he's also 6'8", built like, a truck with the most athleticism. So, like, yeah, he knows the game, but he's also has a brilliant body. I think his physical specimen
Oh,
equals his basketball IQ per se,
of
and he likes
course.
to toot his basketball IQ as high as he can. That I take it as humor. I think he's
Yeah,
smart. He's smart, but he isn't the
very.
greatest basketball mind to ever play the game. I guess that's what I would say.
You look. We need to get to our all-star stuff here, but wait a
Yeah,
second though. I need to need to kind of point something out here. The greatest basketball mind ever, as opposed to a certain gentleman who plays up in the Rocky
yeah.
Mountains.
I mean that'd be my argument,
Uh,
right? Even Steve Nash. I mean, I think Jason Kidd. There's other players that have
yeah,
done more with less physical attributes. Attributes. That's what I would say.
absolutely, of course,
But
and
that's a weird thing to like. That's my subjective bias.
I hear you. Well, he hasn't. I guess what I would say, two final things here
Sure.
on this particular topic. Number one, to LeBron's credit, he would be the first. He often is the first in any given conversation I've seen him have, particularly on the Mind the Game podcast that he does, right, with Steve Nash, pointing out the greatness of Nikola Jokic.
Yeah, he's humble.
That's really great.
He does give credit to his competitors. Like whether it was Durant when they were going head to head, Paul George early in their career, even him and Steph. Like, there's a part of me that'd be the other place, Wally. If somehow the Bay could pull Giannis and LeBron could go play there with Draymond and Steph, like I'd watch.
He would
be
interested in that.
I'd
potentially
watch those games. You know, like they'll be old and they'll get beat by young legs, but like I'd love to watch it.
Hey, man, if you get more points up on the board. And the second thing I would say is, and I think this is absolutely to LeBron's credit, because this is something that, another Laker great, and I honestly at this point consider LeBron to be a Laker great. He gets a lot of hate here in LA.
Why is he not a Laker great? He won a championship. Without him, you guys are in a decade of, like, when you were going on that Boston rant, the truth is the Lakers would be terrible without LeBron having come there.
There's no doubt about that.
And you're still middle ground. You're competing with the Phoenix Suns right now, dude. Like, let's be real.
I know.
Who lost KD? I mean, yeah, okay. Anyway,
I know. No, I was just gonna say, as opposed to a previous Laker great, who I love Shaquille O'Neal, Shaq, Big Diesel. That's a guy who rested on his incredible physique and didn't put everything that he could, into the mind of the game, if you will.
Yeah, I'm
without a doubt.
not denying
Kobe was a big influence on LeBron, I think, when it comes to that point. He really does.
I think the Olympic stuff where he's getting up at 5 in the morning. I mean, the stories you hear.
Yeah.
But I'm not denying LeBron's work ethic. I'm denying, is he so much basketball IQ genius that he says, or is he just such a physical specimen that's also a hard worker?
Gotcha.
That does have a good.
It's kind of hard to divvy it up.
We should do that talk sometime. We should also do a Laker pantheon, because I think you're right. I think Bron is maybe more of a Laker like Shaq than maybe the Kobe, Magic, Kareem conversation. But someday we should get into that. Of course,
and
the logo. I mean, it'd be kind of fun.
Terms of. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
LeBron's an all-time great Laker. He should have a statue. Why not, dude? He's one of the greatest players ever, and he won a championship. And he played for purple and gold. And without him, you would be in a decade of limbo. Period.
No disagreement on that one. All right, so let's go ahead and get to what we really want to talk about here today, which is the All-Star Game, and we're going to do a fun little draft,
brother,
of the U.S. teams, because the international team is set. Right. So just to establish this, and I wrote down a nice little post-it here. So the international team is going to be Giannis, right? He had the most votes out in the East. Luka, and we'll see if Giannis is going to play, right?
I mean, he's not going to play, right? Giannis is probably not going to play.
But they haven't named
4 to 6 weeks on a self-diagnosed injury. Right. Probably the move I would think would be Alpi would be the international player that gets put in, unless it has to be an Eastern player. And then it gets into weird thing with, like, Cat could be international, or who else could be in the international? Norman Powell, because he's played international ball. So
is that right?
I know. Yeah.
But as it stands right now, right? So you got the international team is Giannis,
Siakam.
You got Siakam
on the worst team in basketball. The worst team in the East got an All-Star, but that's another conversation.
What are you gonna do? SGA, Wemby, Luka, Joker, and Jamal Murray. And I'm happy for that guy. He's a great player.
And Denny, obviously.
And Denny, of course, who it was him and Jalen Johnson who did make it as well. Those were the two guys that was like, man, those two really need to make it. So those are the international. And then we have the 16 domestic.
Yes. And just the quick wax. As we're doing this, I am going to think, Wally, of the team that I would want to create to battle what you've pointed out as an incredibly long and tenacious international squad.
Okay.
And this is also, we put Siakam in this on a losing team, and Siakam's a good player. Is there any East that might have been more deserved than him? I still think,
Ingram,
I mean, I don't think so. I don't think I think Scotty Barnes is the player there
but
over
Barnes
BI.
is in.
Yeah, correct. I think that was the right decision, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but I think the snubs, Castle, Amen, Claw, and AR, we will talk a little bit about in the West. But Derek White is my guy in the East, and
Mm.
honestly, Con Knipple. And these are two dudes that impact winning. Yes, they're not all stars; they don't have the stats, but I think those are winning players. And as we're doing these draft, if you're thinking of the team you want to play the international, I wish I could pick Con Knipple or Derek White over Pascal Siakam or another guy in the East. I just wanted to throw that out there.
Well, look, part of this is going to come down to how you're picking, right?
Yeah,
So
fair.
let's
Yeah,
go ahead
yeah,
and get to it. All
yeah.
right. So first, let's just go ahead and
And
set
Beauty
up.
gets to go first. Beauty and age. You got it.
Okay.
And beard game.
All right. So we're picking from these 16 players, and we're going to do just a little 1-2 snake draft. All right. So in the East, in terms of what's available, we got Jalen Brunson, Tyrese Maxey, Jalen Brown, Cade Cunningham, Scotty Barnes, Jalen Johnson, Norman Powell, Big Cat out in New York, Karl Anthony Towns, Jalen Duran, who you were advocating for. So that was one for you.
Yeah, it's a big body.
Donovan Mitchell. And then the West, which was really international heavy, got Steph, got KD, got Chet Holmgren, got Devin Booker, got Anthony Edwards, and of course, LeBron. So that's what we're choosing from. And you're giving me the first pick. And I'm going with this guy because I think he has to presume it's going to be his last All-Star game. I think he's going to be putting in max
You're
effort.
Taking LeBron with the first pick?
I'm going with King James.
Now,
LeBron is my first pick.
So are you doing this just out of like love and respect? Or are you doing it because you think he's going to play his tail off? Like, are you doing it to win or just out of interest?
Yes.
To win?
Both.
Okay.
Both. I think he's going to play his behind off.
You're picking the dude that dodged the All-Star game last year. Literally was on the team, and then last minute is like, sorry, I don't think I'm going to play.
It's not happening this year.
Okay. Well, I will say this. If he decides that it's next year is his last year, which we've kind of talked about, I think he'll also get written in on the All-Star. There is a conversation to be made that Kawhi Leonard has better stats in every category. It's at the Clippers building. And aspirationally, the coaches choose LeBron over him. You know what? I'm never going to go to the bat for Harden or Kawhi when he is at his best, dude. Wally, that is one of the best five players in the league.
Absolutely.
But to slip LeBron in there, no Clipper representation. And again, I'm saying it again. Amen Thompson, Steph Castle should have been an All-Star. Okay, Steph Castle, and then your guy AR who's injured. Are you telling me that LeBron's having a better season than AR? I mean, honestly,
it came down to Austin Reeves not
being available,
playing enough. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I think the game. I mean, the games are a little arbitrary, aren't they?
Yeah.
Games played. There's also been a little Joel Embiid should have been an All-Star combo. Okay, you got Braun, dude. Good for you. That helps me out. But it makes my decision a little more challenging. Okay.
Always here to help you. Always.
Yeah, I appreciate that. So if that's the case, I'll do this to keep it interesting. Just to counter LeBron on my team, the first player that I'm going to select because he is the one weapon that will never be cold. That is Steph Curry. I want that shooting on the court. Okay. So I'll go old head versus your old head, both Akron guys. By the way, we did talk at one point. What if LeBron decided to go back and play for Akron University 1 year afterwards? Wouldn't that be better? You said Duke would be interesting. I get the third pick as well. All right. Who is the future of the NBA? If you're an American player, who is the future of American USA basketball? Off
of this list, I mean, the popular choice. Yeah, I know it's the list. Thank you very much. Off of this list, I would say it's probably Anthony Edwards.
And that's it. That's my third. That's who I'm going with number two. And Edwards. So I'm small, but I got my backcourt. I've got play creation with Ant. I've got shooting. Those are the two best 3-point shooters. That's the wild thing. Ant is now a legitimate 3-point shooter.
Oh, sure.
I mean, and so I've got shooting hopefully to try to negate some of that size of the internationals. Okay, you got 3, you got 4 and 5, dude. What do you got?
I got 4 and 5, huh? Okay.
And I'm gonna mark my wins.
Yeah. No, I'm marking it down too. All right. Okay. I think I'm gonna keep it classic here. I'm gonna go with KD for my number 2.
Okay. I like length. That's it. I think that's a good pick. But
he's playing.
You
great.
You are in the nursing home. You are geriatric. Yep.
I'm gonna go with KD too.
Braun and KD. You're pushing 80 years old. Average 80
there
years.
You go.
Yep.
And then let's see here. I'm gonna go with. Yeah, why not? I'm gonna go with Chet. I'm going to take
Dang.
Chet away from you because I know
So
you want
that
Chet.
honestly, I thought you were going Steph or Ant first, and Chet was my next up, and
Yeah.
that's a good pick because you need the size, the length, you
Yep.
need some defense.
Going with Chet.
Now, there's been a lot of chatter that Chet is the guy that should have not have been an All-Star. I've heard that pushback that Chet was not deserving. Which
so Castle instead of Chet.
No, Castle I haven't heard from anybody really.
Right.
I think it was more Kawhi over Chet.
Yeah.
Or
the fact that you don't have a Clipper when those two are playing very well
I could care
in
less.
their building. Oh, trust me, you're preaching to the choir over here. I mean, look, they went what 6-24, something like that to start the year. 6-21. They have been. It's
interesting that they sent Chris Paul home and they've been on quite a winning streak. And then you saw that tweet where the guy had to eat his tweet of if they win 15 out of their next 18 games or whatever. Did you see that?
I did.
He called the exact winning streak. This guy put out a tweet. If they win 15 out of their next 18 games, I'll eat this tweet. And that's exactly what the Clippers did. Okay, you got Chet. That's a good pick, dude.
Yep.
And you got so you got KD, Braun, and Chet.
So I got LeBron, KD, Chet, and right now you're sitting at Steph and Ant-Man.
Yep. Well, so this is interesting because in my order, I've got more guard play, but I know I got to size up at this point. So I'm going to go with a two-way defender who I think his name is in the MVP or it should be in the MVP conversation, and that's Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
And hopefully he can bring some defensive toughness because I'm a little weak with Steph. I got to hide him a little bit. But man, this is where it gets tough, dude. There is not USA basketball length or size. It's a problem, right? Bam's not on this list. I mean, our next big is Jalen John or is
Durant.
Is Duran, which I'm considering, but he's going to sit for a little bit. You're going to let me get him later. Man, do I go long and get Jalen Johnson here as well? And then now I'm young, athletic, and I've got some length. Yep, I'm going to do that. I'm going to take Jalen Johnson here.
Jalen Johnson.
Yep. Now I've got my two wings to battle, and I've got shooting on the outside with Steph and Ant. So Jalen Johnson, Jaylen Brown, Steph and Ant. Back to you for two, brother.
Okay, back to me for two. All right.
Are there any other old guys you can take? Let's see. Is Kobe? No, is Shaq still available? Jordan. Did you want Jordan? Who's the other old guy you wanted?
All right. I'm just looking at this list. Like if the international players lose this game, I think that's going to be an upset. If they're really planning to win, and I think we both agree they're going.
Let's talk that out at the end. That's an interesting talk.
Sure.
Let's hit that at the very end.
All right, so let's see here. All right, I got two. Okay, I'm also thinking a little continuity here as well. So LeBron and KD, they just played on the last Olympic team together.
They did.
So I'm gonna keep that band together. I'm gonna go with Book.
Yeah, that's a good choice.
For my fourth pick.
He was my third pick, but I didn't think I think Steph and Ant and going Book would have been pretty heavy. That's a good choice there, Wally. That balances you.
Book.
And he is not. He doesn't have a foot in the grave too, which helps you.
There you go. All right, and then let me see here. And in terms of positions right now, I'm looking pretty nice. And then for the next pick, man, I'm gonna go with Cade. I'm gonna go Cade Cunningham.
That's the next choice. Also MVP candidate. A lot of pushback that he should be louder in the MVP race. And what he's doing with Detroit, that's a good pick, and big guard, strong. I was hoping I'd get him. All right, you're starting to round out a little bit now. I'm respecting you more than I did before.
Thank you very much.
All right, this again here, man. I'm faced with a couple decisions here because I need to bulk up, I need the size, but I need the versatility as well. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna pull this trigger. So I'm gonna double down on my perimeter defense that can also switch on to bigs, and can kind of be can fit any role I need. I'm gonna go Scotty Barnes here to bring a little size, and then I'm gonna bring some speed and young legs to play with Ant and maybe get out and run a little bit. I'm gonna bring in Tyrese Maxey as well. I'm bringing that speed and some ball handling there. Back to you, brother. You got two. You got two more. Yep.
I got two more. Okay. And we still have.
Am I going to get stuck with the dregs, though, here at the end? How does this work? 1, 2.
I mean, these are all stars.
We got 4 dudes on the board, so I'm going to have the last 2. I don't know if I love that.
Yeah. But I mean, we got. So maybe we go left.
These last 4, let's go 1, 1, 1 to keep it interesting.
Oh, is that right? You want to change up the rules all of a sudden?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, really?
Otherwise, you get the first pick. And
I know. I'm cool. I'm cool with it, man. I like my team right now. All right. So, but let's just establish it, right? So here's who's left on the list. So we got Jalen Brunson. We got Donovan Mitchell-Spida. We got Norman Powell.
And Norman Powell.
We got Cat.
Cat.
Right?
So Cat is international, Wally. Is he
Is
not?
he? No,
Why did I not
I
have
don't
Cat on
think
my
so.
list? I didn't. I missed
No,
Cat
there
on
are
my list.
8 there. I mean, look, they might flip him that way if Giannis isn't going to play.
Yeah, he's
But right
Dominican.
now, there are, yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, he could go both ways. But I mean, right now
Okay.
you have it's 8 for each squad, right? So
Okay.
right now you got Giannis, Shea, Wemby, Luca, Joker, Denny, Murray,
Yeah.
and Siakam. So you got 8 there.
13.
Those 8 are locked in internationally.
Yeah, you're correct. And because of that, Wally, I'm also totally incorrect on that. We need to go 1-1-1 because you will end up with the last pick then, if
Yeah.
our number's correct. Okay, proceed. I'm sorry, I just wasted 30
Right. So
seconds
no,
of your
no,
life.
no, no, not at all. Not at
So
all.
you got
Not
two.
at
You
all.
got 2 picks here.
Point
You're
of
right.
order.
We'll throw Cat there, but I wonder if he'll end up playing with the international team. We'll see.
We'll see. All right. So I'm gonna go with 2 here. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go with all right. I'm gonna go with Cat.
Good.
I'm gonna get
Take him.
that big boy off
Take
the
him.
board.
Get the self-proclaimed greatest shooter of all time.
There you go.
Great
There you
defender
go.
too, Wally. Really gonna help you on that. I
He
mean,
is. He
he'll
absolutely
slide into
is.
that gem
I
repertoire real
know.
well.
I
Yep.
know.
He's a big body. He's a big body. He'll be a nice slow switcher on these international players.
And then this is an interesting choice.
Yeah, where are you going now, dude?
I'm gonna go with Norman Powell, man.
Oh, interesting, man. So
we're
both avoiding Spider. Like this.
I'm not avoiding him. It's just it's turned into this.
I hated him in the All-Star game last year. I literally think they lost because of him.
I mean, you don't have to pick him. You could leave him for
I'm
me.
not
I'm
going
happy
to.
for that.
I'm happily taking Jalen Duren for some size. Give me that bulk. Give me that big body. And then I'm gonna take Brunson, big body Brunson. Give me that little pit bull in a tiny body, big game, little body, and you can have Spider with the last pick.
About that. Okay. All right.
Now we get to talk out. Now we get to talk out matchups. How is this going to match up?
Yeah.
So what do we got?
All right. So wait, let's just establish
5, 6,
these
7,
teams
8.
here. I've been writing it down. All right. So
I got it too.
All right. Let's start with yours. Okay. So you got. I'm going to go from picks 1 to 8.
I think let's talk about it, how they're going to play out. So tell me how your team is going to operate. So who's handling? Give me who's handling, and I'll tell you who I'm going to match up on them.
Okay. So as far as who's handling, I mean, definitely LeBron is capable, Cade's capable, Book is capable, Katie is capable.
Who are you starting with when the ball tips?
I'm going
who's the first guy?
Who's going to have the ball primarily in his
and who's your starting 5? Yeah.
My starting 5. So my primary ball handler will be LeBron. And
you'll get that full minute of energy out of him and then let him rest.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, okay. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, I have a feeling this guy's going to bring it in this All-Star game. I really do. So, yeah. So for me, yeah, my starting 5 is LeBron. So let's just go, traditional.
And I'm gonna put Jaylen Brown. I'm gonna put Jaylen Brown on Braun. I'm gonna let him body him up a little bit. Some young legs,
fantastic.
Strength.
That'll be a great matchup.
Yeah, good
matchup.
So
if we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, my 1's LeBron, my 2 is Book, my 3.
I'm gonna let Ant tackle Book.
Well, I guess technically no. So my starting 5 is LeBron, KD, Chet, Book, and Cunningham. I have LeBron as the primary ball handler, but 4 of those 5 guys, so set Chet aside, are very capable ball handlers.
And Chet's been better too.
Oh sure, yeah. No, he's capable. He is, but I mean, not like those other 4. So that's my 5. Who are you starting on your 5?
Yep. So like I said, Jaylen Brown for defense on the perimeter. Steph and Ant are both going to start my backcourt, and then I think I'm going to start Jalen Johnson. I'm going to put some length out there, and then I think actually I'm going to start Scotty Barnes. So I'm going to have these 3 kind of wing defenders with Steph and Ant cooking offensively. I'll bring Tyrese Maxey, second unit. He's going to run that second unit. Him and Brunson. And then Duren is going to be my bulldog that I can bring when I need a big body.
So say that one more time here. So you got Steph, Ant, who else?
Jalen Johnson, Jaylen Brown, and Scotty Barnes.
Okay.
All capable of doing everything. Everybody can handle a little bit. Everybody can pass. Everybody can shoot.
Scotty Barnes. All right.
Yep. And then I've got Brunson and Maxey off the bench with Jalen Duren for some size. And you're bringing Spider, Cat, and Norm Powell.
Yep.
I like your starters better than your bench unit. I will
Me too.
say a Cade, Book, KD, Braun, Chet starting unit is pretty tough
Yeah,
for a minute until Braun and
I
KD get
agree.
tired and bored.
I
Um,
agree. I'm
okay.
telling you, this
So
dude's gonna bring it, man. I really have a
how
feeling.
are they going to match up then? Okay. So Giannis, are we saying he's out? He's going to be out, right?
I think you have to presume he's gonna be out, right?
I had little man down. Bad one. Okay. So
Is he good? Is
Giannis,
he all right?
I think so. We'll be all right.
Okay.
All right, buddy. You're all right. Look at the
Been
face
there,
plant.
done that, man.
Yeah.
Been there, done that.
Um, how are you matching up against Luca, SGA, Joker, and Wemby?
Oh man. Oh yeah. So that exactly. That's the real thing to consider here, right? I'm just writing my stuff down here. I got Pal, Cat, and Spider. Oh my God. So in terms of so when it comes to the international team, Shea, Wemby, Luca the Luker, Shea, Wemby, Luca. Um, he came back last night, right? Joker. So let's presume
Yep.
he's in.
I
And
think I
then
had that by the way, Wally, when we were chopping this up a long time
you
ago.
did. No, you
Yep.
absolutely did. So let's assume Giannis isn't going to play. Who's
Which
going
is
to
a
be?
bummer because it would have been fun to see
Oh,
Giannis and Wemby, like those guys just pissed off playing together.
oh
Like
my God.
that would have been, and who knows? Maybe Giannis gets traded and all of a sudden his 4 to 6 week self-diagnosis is just fine
We'll
and
see.
he's out there for. But if you
We'll
just trade for
see.
Giannis with an injury risk, are you like, yeah, go play that All-Star game,
Yeah.
play as hard as you
No,
can? I don't know
I
about
think
that.
we need to presume that he's not going to play.
And
So if
should we
so,
presume Alpi's in Sengun?
probably.
I think so.
Right. So let's say they put Şengün in, right? Who's going to be that fifth starter then for the
Yeah,
international? Shea, Wemby, Luca, Joker. Would it be Alpi for the size? Would it be? I mean, for
Denny
me, Denny,
or
Murray.
Murray. Yeah, I think it's
I, I
Alpi, and
th-
it's kind of awkward.
but would they put Alpi as a starter?
They'll probably bring him off the bench, right?
Yeah. And
Yep.
you got Siakam as well.
Maybe you start Murray, so you have some. So
I
you
think
have,
Murray,
yeah, I think so too. SGA
right?
Murray. You go Canadian backcourt. You play Luca at the 3, and then you got Joker and Wemby 4 or 5. Is pretty nasty.
So my starting five, how are they going to tackle that?
Good luck,
Oh
pray.
man, right? So
Yeah,
Chet's on Wemby, and Wemby's been proven, that
kind of
he can
destroying
handle
him.
that.
Yeah,
Or maybe actually no, scratch that. I think it would have to be Chet on I don't well, I
Joker.
guess yeah. So
Yeah,
between Chet
light in the
and
and Joker
KD,
calls Chet light in the cakes. That's literally the nickname.
LeBron.
But he looked good last night against
So
him.
man,
I know.
yeah, I think all right. So actually, I think Chet, you gotta have Chet on Wemby as the tallest guy. I think I put LeBron on Joker because you have to have some beef on him,
Good
KD,
luck with that.
yeah, I know. Good luck with all this stuff,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it's fair.
I mean, Book, Cade, I would have Book probably on Murray and
You
Cade
put
on Luca.
I was gonna say Cade Luca's kind of interesting matchup. Those big bodies
Yeah.
battling, similar
And
play style.
then yeah, I think I would have Katie on Shea and LeBron on Joker. So yeah, so like that the matchup to exploit would be Joker with LeBron with the height advantage. And of course
I mean,
Wemby, that's
yeah,
exploitation all the way.
yep,
Yeah, I mean, I like my team, but yeah, I think it's the international team to lose. What about you? So you got Steph Ant, Jalen Johnson, Jalen Brown, Scotty Barnes. How do
yeah.
you
So I
how do you
like I hopefully this is like I think you and I might be the rarity where we're actually kind of excited for this All Star. All I hear is a lot of trash talk. If you've got to explain how it works, what a lame thing. I'm glad they're doing this international because if
I
it
agree.
makes guys play hard, by all means. So I want to see a battle. Okay, here's how I'm going to match it up. All right. So Steph's obviously the dude I got to hide a little bit. So if Murray starts, I'll put Steph on Murray. That's
Right.
easy. I think
Right.
we're fine. Ant's a dog. Ant can get after a little bit. I want to see Ant get after Luca. I want to see him body him up full
Okay.
court, take the ball out of his hands, get after him a little bit. Then it gets a little tough. So SGA can shake anybody, right?
Yep.
And I'm gonna put size on him. I'm gonna put size on SGA. I'm gonna put Jalen Johnson on SGA. Try to match some young
He's
length
like what,
into him.
6'8"?
6'10", I think, dude.
6'10".
Yeah, maybe 6'9",
Okay.
6'10". He's big.
Okay.
And then the Wemby thing that the only thing that I've seen work so far is if you get under him early and you try to push him out and make him a shooter somehow. And so you need somebody that's kind of tenacious. I'm gonna put Scotty Barnes there and just say, all right, dude, get into Wemby. Everything you got, push him out, body him up, do your work early, and see if he can pay anything off. And then I got Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown against
Good luck.
Joker. I don't mean like,
Good luck.
yeah. So maybe I switch Jalen Johnson onto Joker and I put Jaylen Brown on SGA. That probably makes a little more sense.
Yeah.
We're gonna both be biased, but I think I match up a little bit better internationally than you. What do you think?
I think you got some better defensive potential on your team for sure, but size wise,
Here's your next question: who's the leader on the international team, and who gets buckets, and who's the alpha there? Is it Wemby?
Man, that's a good question, right?
Yeah. Is it Luka? Is it Joker? I think Luka is lazy as ever. I don't see that alpha, but he's going to get a bucket. He's going to get a bucket when he wants one. Do you play through Joker there, or do you give the ball to the MVP Shea and say, "Hey, make it happen"? Shea's going to be hungry too.
Mm-hmm. The hungriest guy is Wemby.
Shea and Wemby combo is going to be pretty nice, and you sprinkle in some Joker passing.
But if he was playing, it would have been Giannis. I would say.
Yep.
Oh my God, man!
It's an interesting psychological thing, isn't it? Like trying to figure out which dude really wants to get, because Joker's been a little soft in All-Star games as well, where he's like, a little wishy-washy.
I think it's Wemby, man. I think Wemby, even though he's the youngest guy out of that group, I think he's going to be the leader of that team. Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. Joker can get after it. We've seen these clips of him on the sideline, just like, just completely laying into his team. Yep. SGA, cool, calm, collected. Great leader, though.
I'm not worried at all about Denny coming off the bench. Even Alpi, I'm not worried about. I think the international bench is unremarkable.
I don't know.
I mean, they can all play.
Year.
But this is my argument back to, if you and I could have picked between Castle or Alman Thompson, wouldn't you have loved to have that dude on your squad? Now, this is for winning over All-Star. So I guess I'm breadcrumbing a little bit about USA basketball 28 in your La La Land down there. We're going to need dudes that can play both ways and defend with length and get a bucket as well.
No doubt about that.
Castle and Alman Thompson are going to carry that torch
no doubt
as much
about
as anybody.
All right, man. Well,
yeah,
we got our squads.
I wonder how close we'll be. Be kind of interesting.
It'll be interesting.
All right, let's do this.
It'll be interesting.
Yes. Give me your MVP. Who wins? And give me your MVP.
All right. So
sounds like you're going Wemby international.
The MVP pretty much is going to have to be on the winning team, right? So yeah. So I think it's going to be the international teams are going to win, and yeah, I got Wemby winning the MVP. But if for some reason, somehow, some way, LeBron's team wins this thing, I think LeBron will get that MVP. I don't see that happening.
So your US, I'll give you that. Your US guy is Braun and your national guy is Wemby. Okay, I'm going to say this. This is a dude that steals MVPs like candy from kids. Jaylen Brown. He's taking that Eastern Conference MVP. He's taking that Finals and I think he's going to be on this stage, and he might be a dude where he sees Wemby getting after it and wants it a little bit himself. I kind of like his dog, his fight.
I'm going
to take Jaylen Brown for the MVP. With a sliver of Ann Edwards if he decides he wants to play a little bit. And then internationally, I think Shea. This is a stage now where he is representing international. Like, is he the dude or is he not the dude? Will be pretty fun. I'm more excited after doing this exercise, Wally.
Me too, man.
To see this ball. So we're gonna get teams A, B, and C. I heard a joke that we should make some All-Star C jerseys, because they're gonna call them teams A, B, and C. They'll each play each other head to head. The winners or point differential will then play that fourth quarter for the championship. So let's see.
Right.
You might have to do a watch party for this, Wally. Might have to
maybe get the fellowship together.
Yeah, it'd be kind of fun.
Yeah. Awesome,
right,
dude.
Anything else before we head off? Oh, last thing I'd say, interesting thing with Paul George, as the Sixers are kind of starting to put it together, kind of funky, kind of a bummer. And Giannis, does he get traded or not? I
don't think he's getting traded at the deadline.
Another wasted season, to be honest.
Yeah.
Another wasted playoff run. It sucks.
Right.
Like,
we'll see,
we're just wasting these prime years.
What I just saw before we went on is that those T-Pups,
that's what I saw too. Yep.
Right, that you've repped at least. Yeah, that depending on what they could do. We'll see.
And be honest, I think that's something with the Blazers too, and picks involved, and a lot of moving parts. But I hope we get to see him play meaningful basketball in the playoffs, period. So we'll see if it happens. All right,
always
brother.
Great doing this, my man. Be well. Until next time.
All right, brother. Take care.